Hi Miss, I'm Wong Chung Keng and now I'm going to talk about the tax incentive for employee work from home. The first tax incentive that I'm going to explain is employee will receive tax incentive of purchasing electronics appliances under short-term economic recovery plan announced on 5th of June 2020 to encourage work from home arrangement. The government proposed certain flexible work arrangements incentive. One of the incentives proposed was a tax exemption of up to 5,000 ringgit Malaysia for individual taxpayers who receive handphones, notebooks, or tablets from their employers. The order provides that ascertaining the gross income from his employment for a year annual, an employee is exempted from the payment of income tax on the value of benefit, and the value will only cap at 5,000 ringgit Malaysia only. Next, another incentive that given by government is double tax deduction for consultation and training fees. Currently, a double deduction is granted for consultation fee and training costs incurred to implement FWA, which we call flexible work arrangement, and it shall be for a period of 3 consecutive years of assessment commencing from the year of assessment in the basis period in which the certification is given by Talent Corporation Malaysia Berhad. The assessment was announced on 1st of July during 2020. Lastly, the first benefit of this incentive above that beneficial for company is these are considered as short-term economic revival package for improving employees' working skill. From this incentive, we believe that the new initiative will restore employees' confidence and encourage the employees to work from home. At the same time, their confidence will be increased gradually. During MCO, employee would not have any worry about electronic appliance because government would be giving the incentive for the employee purchasing the electronic appliance for working purpose, especially for the employees who can't afford the laptop or the electronic appliances. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi Miss, I'm Alex Rimsenkai from Group 3. The part I choose to do is about the tax incentive to attract foreign companies. The first incentive is 0% tax rate for company in manufacturing sector. The 0% tax rate will be effective only if 10 years company in manufacturing sector with new investment in fixed asset between 300 million ringgit and 500 million ringgit. The next one is 15 years company in manufacturing sector with new investment in fixed asset which exceeding 500 million ringgit. The second incentive are 100% investment tax allowance amounted to 5 years. The requirement is for existing company in Malaysia relocating its overseas manufacturing facilities into Malaysia with investment in fixed asset exceeding 300 million ringgit. In short term, this incentive mentioned above can help company to reduce recent tax costs to lower burden. It also can attract foreign companies to relocate their business into Malaysia by addressing the risk of reshoring. In long term, this incentive provide more employment opportunities indirectly and increase the speed of Malaysia economic development and GDP. The last part is evaluation and suggestion. These measures are crucial and timely to encourage foreign investment where tax costs can be a key consideration in selecting a location for investment. And I suggest the government can lower the standard for manufacturing companies to apply for 0% tax rate to encourage more foreign company invest into Malaysia. That's all my presentation. Thank you, Miss.
Hi, I'm Xin Fan from Kutre and now I present about the tax incentive for the SME. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the MCO, the Malaysia SME have been significantly affected. The current difficult of the SME is the decline in the sales revenue and the rise in the operating cost. The first incentive is the low financing interest rate, which to help SME to have sufficient liquidity to maintain their business operation. The banking sector will provide SME with an additional 2 billion ringgit of funding at a concessionary interest rate of 3.5%. This financing has been arranged to be provided to SME in June 2020, and the maximum loan amount for each SME is 500,000. In view of the uncertainty of the duration of COVID-19, banks continue to support SME that have cash flow problem due to the abnormal operating condition and ensure that the SME will not be bankrupt due to the containment measure. The gradual shift of the consumer to the virtual market will not only affect the market access but also affect the ability of the SME to remain their competitive, because SME lack the capital and expertise required to adopt the technological tools, so they cannot be quickly to understand the changing consumer pattern. Therefore, adjusting the business product to attract the customer has become a major difficulty to SME. So another one incentive is digital and technical adoption, which to assist and encourage SME to digitize their corporate operation and trade channel. The government will continue to provide grants and loans that total 700 million to eligible companies to adopt the digitalization service according to the following plans. The first one is the cooperate with the telecommunication company to provide 100 million SME digital supporting subsidy. And the second one is a 500 million ringgit loan for SME technology transformation fund. And this application started in July 2020. And the last one is a smart automation grants for 100 million, up to 1 million per company. This is a good way to promote innovation and technology for a business, such as increasing the data protection and privacy. And that's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Xiang Ziho. I'm going to talk about financial stress support for all business, which governance extend the measure to all business help us during the pandemic. First of all is Sales and Service Tax SST initiative. The Royal Malaysian Customs Department has announced penalty on late payment of SST during MCO are fully remitted if payment has made, but only 50% remission was applicable by foreigner registered provider of digital service, so taxpayer can have more clarity. Other than that is income tax initiative. There were extension of special tax deduction on expenses for business renovation and refurbishment of business premises up to 300,000 ringgit. Thus, extension of accelerate capital allowance on machinery and equipment, including ICT equipment. Moreover, extension of special tax deduction for landlord, which provide at least a 30% rental reduction for SME tenant. The extension expenses and capital only applicable to specific time and relevant expenses. As for deduction, landlord only applicable for specific month, and the ACA can claim initial allowance 20% and annual allowance 40% within 2 years. In conclusion, this helps business recover in short terms by having more flexibility and clarity for taxpayer, since the pandemic caused a lot of things aren't able to do and also help ease the financial impact of COVID-19 pandemic on business. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, Miss Afiza. My name is Bang Kong from Group 3. Now I would like to talk about one of the tax incentives in corporate tax, which is the double deduction for Safe and Work initiative. It was announced in the earliest economic stimulus package Pemerkasa worth 20 billion ringgit Malaysia. This program is for the company who are participating in. The double deduction will be given to manufacturing and manufacturing-related service company on the rental expenses incurred for staff accommodation and hostel. Other than that, this program is to provide a more conducive workplace and accommodation for their employees. Moreover, the rental expenditure qualifying for double deduction will be up to 50,000 ringgit Malaysia for each company registered with MITI and has passed the Safe and Work compliance audit. Its application from 1 April 2021. It will be allowed to operate if they can isolate employees with close contact in a safe work bubble from other employees and local communities. Although the amount of tax incentive is not enough for the company to far away from crisis, it already reduced a lot of burden from employers and help them in this insufficient cash flow moment. From here, it will have the cash to keep its operation until this crisis fully settlement. Furthermore, the government can increase the double deduction limit to encourage more companies registered with MITI to take part in this program to avoid the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic, to ensure that every employee can work in a safe place. That's all for our group presentation. Thanks for watching.